Do you ever wake up and just have a bit of an achy back, or maybe you just need to click it? So waking up, we've just been asleep. We've been on the bed for 8 hours, hopefully, if you get enough sleep. And you just want to wake up and get a bit of morning mobility in that spine. How do we do that? So there are some awesome ways to get some early morning mobility in your spine. The 3 I'm going to show you, 2 of which come from a practice of yoga called Kundalini Yoga, really focused around spinal mobility. And the next one is just a common one we do in kind of the movement culture and kind of locomotion practice. So you're going to start sitting down, legs crossed. Have one leg on top of the other, have them both down, completely up to you. So all we're going to do is place both hands on our ankles, just like so, just like this, right? And so as you can see, I'm sitting with just a neutral spine, not too straight, not hunched over. Nice and neutral, nice and comfortable. So all I'm doing from here is I'm going to, with hand assistance on my ankle, I'm going to bring my mid-spine, so just around my abdominal here, I'm going to bend it forward towards my hand, and then I'm going to bend it backwards, again using my hand to assist me so I don't fall back or lose balance. So very simply, it's going to look like this. And now as you see, when I'm coming back, I'm allowing my scapulars, my back, to protract, meaning I'm allowing my shoulders to come forward essentially. So they come forward, and what this does, it just allows for a nice stretch from the top of my spine, my shoulder blades, all the way down. And this really focuses on the mid-spine, which is a lovely feeling. And when I bring myself forward, my shoulders are kind of coming back, allowing for that retraction of the shoulder blade, essentially allowing for my spine to be more kind of arched forward to get that better mobility. So that is number 1. Lovely movement just there. And you can do this for a few minutes. The breaths in yoga are quite important. When you're focusing on spinal mobility, the breaths aren't that important, but if you are interested, essentially you can just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, just like so. So now we're going to move on to the next one, and yes, we're going to stay sitting. Early in the morning, we don't need to be up and about, moving, getting that heart rate raising just yet. So all we're going to do in the same position is I'm going to place both hands on my knees, okay? Again, my spine is going to be neutral. And all I'm going to do now are spinal kind of circles. So what this means is with both hands on my knees, I'm going to bring my spine around, creating a circle essentially around me. So you could imagine if the spine's creating a line, like a pencil on paper, it's literally just going to be a moving around this space around your body. So all we want to really focus on now, so both hands are on. As I'm leaning to my left, I'm using my left hand to help me a little bit. So I'm using it to pull myself in a little bit. And when I come around, it's pushing back out, and this hand's going to pull. And it's the exact same around the back. I'm pushing out again, protracting my shoulder blades, really allowing my spine to arch out and gain mobility, and it's pulling me back round. So I'll show you just now what that looks like. And so as you can see, when I come up front, my shoulder blades are coming together. I'm nice and tall, really allowing for this mid-spine to get the flexion. And when I come back round, shoulder blades are protracting, and I'm very arched, again, allowing the spine to move in every way that we want it to with this movement. With the breaths, you can breathe in half the way, breathe out the other half the way. Breathe back in, just like that. So from a front angle, the movement's going to look like this. And from the back, well, what it's going to look like is this. So there we are, 2 movements down. They're not, I'm not teaching yoga, so it may not be so specific teachings that yogis would teach you, but for spinal mobility, it's amazing, and I would say a really essential kind of movement if all you're looking for is a low energy morning spinal mobility flow. Now the next one, very simply, is I could say you could say it's inspired by yoga. So all we're going to do is we're going to start in a downwards dog. We push forwards, but we keep our hips raised the whole way, and essentially creates a spinal wave, but closer to the floor. So it sounds a bit weird, but I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see, I'm starting in a downwards dog position. Just pedal the legs if you feel any tightness in your hamstrings or calves. Now, what I mean by keeping the hips raised is I'm going to go from this downwards dog forwards, right? So all I'm doing here, keep my hips raised, and when I can't raise my hips anymore, I raise the shoulder blades. And what this does is, as you're moving forward, we get a lovely flexion of the spine, and then you can go into the upwards dog or the cobra, whatever you fancy calling it. And we can just go back, and so keep the hips raised, and we raise each part of the spine as we're moving forward. Contract those abs, keep the arms straight, and down we go. And just doing this a few times really mobilizes the spine. And so there we have some really effective ways to mobilize the spine in nothing more but the space next to your bed. So amazing to do straight after you've woken up, or before you're going to sleep, or any part of the day, I guess. But specific to that, it's a quick and easy thing you can do. No equipment, of course, and very little floor space. So give those a go. Don't push too hard. And yeah, meant to be nice and easy. Let me know how you get along. Obviously, do each one for a few minutes. That's all it really requires. So yeah, until next time, peace.